Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, September 10th, 2013. Reporting today from Monte Carlo at the annual reinsurance rendezvous. The big news here continues to be the discussion between insurance-linked securities and traditional capital. Yesterday, Chairman of Lloyd's John Nelson indicated that, in fact, the new capital will be very useful in expanding reinsurance opportunities in Asia and the other emerging countries such as Africa, other emerging areas such as Africa and South America. Of course, last week, Mr. Nelson had indicated that the new capital was representing issues akin to what arose during the banking crisis in separating the investment from the underlying risk. He did mention that yesterday, but also yesterday announced that in fact it represented an opportunity. We had a brief interview with him that's been posted. Also today, reports are indicating that Steve McGill from Aon has begun to say that in fact the amount of business Aon is placing into Lloyd's has increased significantly during the first half of this year. This despite fears that in fact Aon would be using all of their placement associated with Berkshire Hathaway for their Lloyd's business. In fact, the opposite effect seems to be occurring. McGill has not officially commented, but Insurance Insider is reporting this. Meanwhile, the situation regarding Syria seems to have taken a serious step backwards insofar as tension goes. Yesterday, the Russians announced that they believed that President Assad should rid the country of his chemical weapons under UN supervision. And today, President Obama indicated, let me use the word correctly, that he is open to discussion of that. An important test vote in the U.S. Senate was called off by Senator Harry Reid, the majority leader, which would have given the president authority to use military action in Syria. So now it seems as if both sides are stepping away from military action. If it means anything, talking to a number of people here from Europe, the feeling is that the situation has somewhat eased. Meanwhile, 43 people were killed in Guatemala last night in a bus crash when a bus plunged 200 meters off a highway into a ravine. Former Willis Chairman Joseph Plumeri apparently has sold 50% of his Willis stock recently and has reaped about $55 million US in gains from that sale. And finally, over the weekend, on Sunday afternoon, at a National Football League game between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco, a fan fell off an elevated rampway to his death, some 250 feet below. Once again, we have a situation where a professional sporting event does not have appropriate safety barriers in place to keep people who are most likely inebriated from falling over railings to their deaths. As we see more people here today, we'll continue to interview them and post them on our website. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.